Now this, Xi Jinping vowing to stop anyone from, quote, splitting Taiwan from China in any way. With just over 2 weeks to go now before Taiwan elects a new leader, Xi says, quote, the motherland must be reunified. No doubt where he stands on this. Lee Steinhauer joins me now. Lee, do you see China, let me just get right to it, do you see China invading Taiwan during Joe Biden's presidency?
I think Xi Jinping is intent on taking back Taiwan. I mean, he's said it to Joe Biden a couple weeks ago in San Francisco. If you look at the speech this week that Xi Jinping gave, which was in the 130th birthday anniversary of Mao Zedong. Mao is obviously the father of modern-day China and the Chinese Communist Party. I think Xi Jinping did that intentionally. I think Xi wants to be the one to finish Mao's work. I think he wants it to be part of his legacy and to be elevated kind of on the level of Mao by doing it, by completing this great rejuvenation of China. So yeah, I think that Xi Jinping is intent on being the one to make this happen. And I think if you look at the Biden administration and other bad actors around the world over the last couple of years, whether it's Putin in Ukraine or in the Middle East, Biden doesn't seem to be deterring anyone from doing anything these days.
I want you to take a look, if you can, at this headline in the Wall Street Journal. It says, quote, American spies confront a new formidable China. They say, quote, the CIA is still struggling to rebuild its human espionage capabilities in China, that the agency's top intelligence target, according to interviews with current and former U.S. officials, the gaps are being left, that the U.S. now has limited understanding of secret deliberations among Chinese leaders Xi Jinping and his inner circle on key security issues such as Taiwan and other topics. In other words, we don't have enough people that's able, basically to see behind the curtain in Beijing. I mean, this must be a big concern, right, Lee?
Oh, it's a huge concern. I mean, right now, the Chinese Communist Party, particularly at the leadership level, is a black box to us and to our intelligence community. About a decade ago, we did have some intelligent assets in China. We had turned some members of the Chinese Communist Party, but that was discovered by Xi Jinping and purged. Currently, yeah, we have no real idea about the internal deliberations that are occurring at the highest level of the Chinese Communist Party. And it's a huge concern in terms of what their intentions are going to be, when Xi is going to move on Taiwan, any number of things. And we're trying desperately to rebuild our intelligence assets in China, but it's difficult. I mean, Xi Jinping is obsessed with national security and surveillance, and it's essentially a black box at this point.
It also helps that he runs the kind of, dictatorship he does, or authoritarian leadership, whereas in this country, we're free, and that leaves us more vulnerable. When you look at it the other way around, Lee, I'm sure China has, perhaps more access to stuff we don't want them to see than the other way around, right?
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt. And China's ability to influence our policy is far more than our ability to influence policy in China and influence the decision-making of Xi Jinping. There's absolutely no doubt about it. I mean, we're essentially an open book, ripe for China's influence in our policy making, whereas over there, we essentially have no influence or even just idea in terms of the deliberations or machinations of the Chinese Communist Party and Xi Jinping.
Well, it's going to be fascinating to see how all of this develops, and I'm sure we'll be talking to you more about this, Lee, in the months and years ahead. But thank you so much for being with us today.